Let's face it, it's not often you get to see a professional footballer deliberately sitting down on the ball in the middle of a top-flight match. But that's what happened at St James's Park when Newcastle United's Kenny Wharton indulged in a famous spot of showboating against Luton Town on April 2, 1988. With the Magpies 40-up, Blakelawborn Kenny famously sat on the ball, before a combination of Glenn Roeder, Tinnion, John Anderson, and Paul Gascoigne playing keepyups conspired to rub the noses of the Luton players in it. 29 years later, it's worth remembering the Toon Stars' antics were a perfect riposte to a Hatter's outfit who'd similarly tormented United during a 40 drubbing at Kenilworth Road earlier in the season. Revenge is a dish best served cold and all that. Today, Kenny Wharton, a loyal and committed servant to Newcastle United, turns 57. Making his debut as a sub, away to West Ham in March 1979, Wharton became a versatile St James's stalwart for the next decade, serving under 6 different managers. Nicknamed Bones by his teammates due to his slender frame, Kenny was a highly competitive footballer who could play at left back or in left midfield. Perhaps Wharton's most memorable season in black and white was in 198,384 when he played in the fine team that was fired to promotion by Kevin Keegan, Peter Beardsley and Chris Waddle. Speaking of Keegan's impact as a player, Wharton told the Chronicle years later, "It was a quiet time. We were going nowhere until KK signed. He was dynamite and shook up the whole of Tyneside." Sadly, a serious cartilage injury saw Kenny's first-class playing career ended at the premature age of 28. A measure of his popularity was that over 20,000 fans attended his testimonial game in 1989, a match that saw the likes of Kevin Keegan, Chris Waddle and Peter Shilton turn out to play at St James's. Spells in the lower leagues, including stints at Gateshead and Whitley Bay, followed before Wharton clocked up over a decade on the Newcastle United coaching staff between 1999 and 2010, and served as a coach at Halifax City, Nova Scotia, Canada. Happy birthday, Kenny Wharton.